My recording for I think 6 to 9 hours is not available because at that time I was watching a class, and though I thought not to watch it, but then I ended up watching it. But now anyways, because I've not done that, so I'm making sure that I'm at least revising what I've learned in the class, so that so yeah, it was GSAP Economics by Basavna sir, and what I had studied it for. First topic is legalization of MSPs. So farmer groups have been demanding for the legalization of MSP. So farmer groups have been demanding for legalization of MSP. Why they are doing so? See, it's obvious, right? Why do you want to legalize MSP? To prevent exploitation by traders and ensure remunerative prices. To prevent exploitation by traders and ensure remunerative prices. So to prevent exploitation and to ensure कि उनके पास भी prices हों. However, critics argue that it would cause more harm than good. What is the present status? The present status is that unlike the FRP of sugar, unlike the FRP of sugar cane, MSP does not enjoy legal status. So unlike the FRP of sugarcane, MSP does not enjoy legal status. Hence, traders can procure it below MSP, right? So unlike the FRP of sugarcane, MSP does not enjoy any legal status. So traders can procure food grains below MSP. So traders can procure. At the same time, government has no legal obligation to purchase MSP, right? There is no legal obligation on the government to procure. So it's obvious. The only thing is farmers क्यों चाहते हैं? क्योंकि the middleman is exploiting them, right? To ensure remunerative prices. Next is legalization. होगी तो क्या होगा? Legalization means that now you are not declaring MSP through an executive action. Declare MSP under a law. Illegal for the traders to procure below MSP, and obligation on the government to undertake procurement if prices fall below MSP. Now, what are the pros and what are the cons of MSP? Pros is assured prices for all the crops. What is the pros? See, it's obvious, right? If MSP, for all the MSP crops, if it is declared under a law, earlier what happens is normally the procurement is just done for rice and wheat. So अब क्या होगा? सबसे पहली चीज होगी, ये legal बन गया है. So there will be assured procurement, right? Procurement and prices for all the crops. Second, crop will get diversified. Third, self-sufficiency will be there. Assured prices, crop diversification will be there, because now farmers will know that let's say we are growing pulses, but हमारे pulses भी कोई लेगा. So there will be assured prices, there will be crop diversification, self-sufficiency, prevent exploitation, contain protein-based inflation, and double the farmer's income. ओके, व्हाट आर द कॉन्स, व्हाट इज द नेगेटिविटी? गवर्नमेंट के हिसाब से पहले सोचो, उनका बर्डन बढ़ जाएगा, जुडिशियल बर्डन बढ़ जाएगा. फिस्कल बर्डन इज ऑलमोस्ट 6 लाख करोड़ बाय क्रिसिल. 6 lakh crore. What is the fiscal burden? How much is the fiscal burden? It is almost 6 lakh crore by CRISIL. So the fiscal burden is almost 6 lakh crore by CRISIL. Administrative burden is there of procurement and storage. Judicial burden is there. Distortionary. So discourage private procurement, leading to grain market nationalization. Because now private will not procure. Why? Because let's say private will think कि यार मैं बाहर से export कर लेता हूँ. Maybe it is cheaper than minimum price that under which you can't buy. So discourage private procurement, which can lead to grain market nationalization, right? Violate WTO limits on subsidy, right? WTO limits on, WTO के 2 points है. एक तो उनकी limits on subsidy under agreement on agriculture. So it may violate the WTO limits on subsidy under agreement on agriculture. And second is that exports can be difficult, right? Not just the violation of the subsidy, but it does not this hurt agricultural exports because of WTO concerns that exports linked to, I had written it somewhere. Yeah, concerns that exports linked to subsidized public stocks may distort global trade. Concerns that exports linked to subsidized public stock may distort global trade. So exports linked to subsidized public stocks. Exports linked to subsidized public stocks may distort global trade. So exports that are linked to subsidized public stocks, exports linked to subsidized public stocks may distort global trade. So exports linked to subsidized public stocks may distort global trade. So with the concern that exports linked to subsidized public stocks Exports linked to subsidized public stocks may distort global trade. Exports linked to subsidized public stock. Any exports that is linked to subsidized public stocks may distort global trade. Apart from that, it is distortionary, it violates this. Problem of storage, encourage demand for MSP. So it problem of storage, आप procure तो कर लोगे, store कहाँ पे करोगे? Already we have buffer stock problems, right? So problem of storage, encourage demand for MSP livestock products, MSP. So encourage demands for MSP even in other crops like livestock products, right? So it does not address structural concerns, right? Apart from that, way forward में you have to say that you have to create a market, focus on. So MSP is neither economically viable nor administratively feasible. Hence, rather than legalizing MSP, government must address structural problems. What we have to do? Government must address structural problems through FPOs, greater freedom to farmers. FPO, greater freedom to farmers. The demand for legal MSP reflects genuine concern. Only G20 country with negative supplier. We have done PM Asha. मैंने अभी तक सिर्फ इतना ही किया है. Yes, PM Asha was launched in 2018 in order to, ये मुझे लेकिन याद ही है. इसमें एक होता है प्राइस स्टेबलाइजेशन स्कीम, एक होता है मार्केट इंटरवेंशन स्कीम PDPS, और एक होता है दिस प्राइस स्टेबलाइजेशन फंड. एज आई सेड, ये मुझे याद है. फायदे क्या होंगे पहले का सोचो कि PM आशा है एड्रेस द फ्लॉज इन MSP कवरेज बाय एक्सपैंडिंग द कवरेज ऑफ क्रॉप्स. So address the flaws in MSP coverage by expanding the coverage of crops, फार्मर्स एंड स्टेट्स, राइट. क्रॉप्स ज़्यादा हो रही हैं इसमें, पल्सेस भी आ रहा है, कोपरा भी आ रहा है, ऑयल सीड्स भी आ रहे हैं, पेरिशेबल क्रॉप्स भी आ रहे हैं. सो कवरेज ऑफ क्रॉप्स, फार्मर्स एंड स्टेट्स. देन प्रमोट क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, प्रमोट क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन in market stabilization scheme, promote crop diversification, financially more sustainable. PDPS से क्या है? Administrative burden of procurement and price volatility. Price volatility को भी control कर रहा है ये, एक fixed price देके, और administrative भी. More investment in horticulture is there. Lack of access issues क्या हैं? 3 issues हैं, 2 issue हमने किए हैं ना, 2 issue ही किए हैं. Lack of access to APMCs, benefits under PM ASHA are available. So एक तो APMC market और दूसरा PDPS और तीसरा बफर स्टॉक. 3 थे या APMC, PDPS एंड बफर स्टॉक. सो APMC, PDPS एंड बफर स्टॉक. APMC benefits under PM ASHA are available only to those farmers who sell their produce within mandis. So benefits under PM ASHA are available only to those farmers who sell their produce within mandis. Benefits under PM ASHA are available only to those farmers who sell their produce within mandis. They are available only to those farmers who sell their produce within the mandis. An average APMC serves an area of 407 km square as against the requirement of 80 km square. An average APMC serves an area of 407 km square. Against the requirement of 80 km square. 407 km square against 407 km square against the requirement of 80 km square. Issues क्या क्या है? Unfair collusion between the traders and the farmers. He reported lower to take undue advantage. Collusion and low illiteracy rate, low financial literacy with farmers. Collusion, low financial literacy. Then you are having this buffer stock के साथ government's buffer stock policy is ad hoc, wherein the government builds buffer stock when there is already a shortage of commodities. फिर ENAM की 4 स्कीम थी FPO trading module, warehousing based trading module. So FPO trading module, warehousing based trading module, Uberization of logistics. FPO trading module, warehousing based trading module. FPO trading module, warehousing based trading module. FPO trading module, warehousing trading module. FPO trading module, warehousing trading module. FPO trading module, warehousing trading based trading module. Uberization of logistics and platform of platforms. प्लेटफॉर्म्स में क्या है? इट प्रोवाइड्स यू इनपुट इन्फॉर्मेशन. सो पहला क्या है? एफपीओ बेस्ड ट्रेडिंग मॉड्यूल, वेयर हाउसिंग बेस्ड ट्रेडिंग मॉड्यूल, उबराइजेशन की इजीली लॉजिस्टिक्स ट्रांसफर होना, एंड इंटीग्रेशन विद अदर प्लेटफॉर्म्स, इनपुट्स इन्फॉर्मेशन डिसेमिनेशन, पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट सर्विसेज एंड ई कॉमर्स. Inputs, information, dissemination, post-harvest services and e-commerce. Inputs, information, dissemination. Inputs, information, dissemination, post-harvest services and e-commerce. So inputs, information, dissemination. एक तो हो गया inputs, एक हो गया information dissemination. Inputs, information, dissemination, post-harvest services and e-commerce. So inputs तो मतलब इंटीग्रेशन विद अदर प्लेटफॉर्म्स में क्या है कि बेसिकली यहाँ पे आप ये नहीं है कि यहाँ पर आप ENAM में आके अपनी चीजें बेच सकते हो सिर्फ. नो, इट provides you inputs, it provides you information, it provides you post harvest services. और e-commerce तो है ना, buying selling. So inputs, information dissemination, post harvest services. So inputs, information dissemination and post harvest services. So inputs हो गया, information dissemination हो गया, inputs, information dissemination and post harvest services. So inputs, information dissemination, and post harvest services and e-commerce. So inputs, information dissemination, post harvest services and e-commerce. inputs में क्या आ गया, क्रेडिट हो गया, सीड्स हो गए, फर्टिलाइजर्स हो गए. inputs, information dissemination, वेदर फोरकास्टिंग, क्रॉप का क्या चल रहा है, कैपेबिलिटी. सो इनपुट्स, इंफॉर्मेशन डिसेमिनेशन. सो इनपुट्स हो गया, इंफॉर्मेशन डिसेमिनेशन, पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट सर्विसेज. इनपुट्स, इंफॉर्मेशन डिसेमिनेशन, पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट सर्विसेज एंड ई कॉमर्स. पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट सर्विसेज में क्लीनिंग, ग्रेडिंग, सॉर्टिंग, पैकेजिंग. क्लीनिंग, ग्रेडिंग, सॉर्टिंग, पैकेजिंग. सो क्लीनिंग, ग्रेडिंग, सॉर्टिंग, पैकेजिंग, क्लीनिंग, ग्रेडिंग, सॉर्टिंग, पैकेजेस. उसके बाद ई नाम है क्या, पैन इंडिया इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पोर्टल टू लिंक द एग्जिस्टिंग एपीएमसीज. पैन इंडिया इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पोर्टल टू लिंक एग्जिस्टिंग एपीएमसीज. सो इट इज पैन इंडिया, एक पोर्टल है टू लिंक द एग्जिस्टिंग एपीएमसीज. नीड क्या है कि हमारी जो है ना वो फ्रेगमेंटेड है, रिस्ट्रिक्टिव है, राइट. इट इज वेरी फ्रेगमेंटेड, इट इज रिस्ट्रिक्टिव, इट इज प्रो ट्रेडर. Fragmented, restrictive, pro trader, which leads to lower price realization for farmers. It is fragmented, it is restrictive, it is FRP, right. मैंने ऐसे ही याद किया ना, FRP. FRP for sugarcane की जगह whenever we are talking about your APMCs, just remember that sugarcane वाला. So fragmented, restrictive and pro trader, and lower price realization for farmers, which leads to lower investment in agriculture. As a result, there will be lower investment in agriculture, there will be debt trap, and there will be challenge to double the farmers' income. So lower investment in agriculture, there will be debt trap, and the challenge to double the farmers' income. Lower investment in agriculture, debt trap, lower investment in agriculture, debt trap, and the challenge to double the farmers' income. Lower investment in agriculture, debt trap, and the challenge to double the farmers' income. So lower investment in agriculture, debt trap, lower investment in agriculture, debt trap, and the challenge to double the farmers' income. Lower investment in agriculture, debt trap, and the challenge to double the farmers' income. पैसा ही नहीं आएगा, डेट ट्रैप हो रहा है, लोअर इन्वेस्टमेंट इन एग्रीकल्चर, चैलेंज टू डबल द फार्मर्स इनकम. वहां पर क्या थे चैलेंज, पहला ये, दूसरा पीडीपीएस के साथ इशू पूरा मध्य प्रदेश वाला मुझे याद है, एंड तीसरा द प्रॉब्लम विद आर बफर स्टॉक. इसमें इकोनॉमिक सर्वे 23-24 क्या कहता है, सरप्लस प्रोडक्शन होती है तो जनरली क्या होता है, लोअर प्राइसेस होते हैं, तो उस टाइम पे गवर्नमेंट शुड स्टार्ट प्रोक्योरिंग फॉर द बफर स्टॉक, राइट. एडवर्स इफेक्ट ऑन फार्मर्स, इस टाइम पे द गवर्नमेंट शुड प्रोक्योर फॉर द बफर स्टॉक. जबकि शॉर्टेज जब है तो उधर क्या होता है, शॉर्टेज में प्राइसेस क्या होते हैं, प्राइसेस बढ़ जाते हैं. लेकिन दिक्कत क्या हो रही है यहाँ पे भी कि गवर्नमेंट रिलीजेस बफर स्टॉक, तो यहाँ पे भी फार्मर लूज आउट कर रहा है, वहां पे भी फार्मर लूज आउट कर रहा है. एंड आई हैव टू आस्क ChatGPT अबाउट दिस. वेट, where is my ChatGPT? What did economic survey 23-24 talk about the buffer stock policy? I don't know, but I have to write this. Buffer stock operations. They stabilize the food prices. But excessive intervention excessive intervention can depress prices during surplus years. And moderate prices during shortage. Farmers not fully benefit. Either from bumper harvest or periods of high market price.